sorry. I'm not really up for sharing at the moment. You'll have to make do with
Obviously.
that cigar, as you seem to prefer to smoke.
I do. Very well. If you do not want to share any stories, it's fine.
Oh, stories. I'm all for stories.
Then do tell, what is in this pipe that makes you stare at stars so intently? I've heard of a few things at court, but nothing comes to mind.
um, well, it's. I'm not quite sure how to describe it still. It's.
Well,
Well,
surely it has a name.
oh, a name!
Yes.
Those are nice. Yes, it's plain weed, is what
Plainly.
I've heard it referred to as, in some circles. And then I'm gonna kind of get a bit of a sad look on my face. Some horrible circles, and then start grinning.
Horrible.
Yes, very,
And
very
where did
unpleasant.
you...
I'm sorry,
Well,
what?
do tell. There seems to be a story there.
Oh,
Always.
yes, just, well, my past, I ran into some, let's say, unsavory individuals that had a bit of a penchant for shipment. Illicit shipments. And, well, they got in a bit of trouble with the law.
As illicit shipments tends to do.
Yes, especially when, well, you're in, sorry, I gotta find the name of the city again, because I'm, Sundabar, when you're in Sundabar. At least in the last, 10 years or so.
So you were in Sundabar, full with illicit shipments, as it were.
Sorry, what with illicit shipments? I didn't hear you.
Hands full of illicit shipments.
Well, not
Words
my
are
hands, but, I did come across them. Once.
working for them, then?
Whoa. Against,
Come on.
perhaps. I was a member of
Against.
the city guard, you see.
Arresting them, then? Hands full of a shipment, nobody to claim it. So you figured you'd pocket some for yourself, and you found yourself with a brand new addiction.
So,
Very interesting.
addiction? Who said anything about that?
Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to assume.
I believe what you said was brand new addiction. No, it's pleasant. I could stop if I wanted to. But, no, it's my partner, you see, he was fluid. Fluid is the word. Fluid in his morality. And he did show me the sense of, well, no one else is going to use it. And certainly if it gets out, it'll just get back into the hands of other unsavory individuals. It's
We
almost a
wouldn't
duty.
want that now, would we?
No, of course not. That would be horrible.
Of course not. It's a fascinating story.
Well, if you say so, it's quite unpleasant. Really, I wish they never would have showed up, but I suppose that's for the past. No point ruminating.
Of course not. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I've got a story from you.
Okay.
I'll smoke in silence. If you want to talk some more, I'm always willing to listen. But smoke in silence for now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to return to staring at the stars, going a little glossy-eyed again.
All right. Anyone else have anyone they want to speak to before you guys pass out?
I'm just gonna play a viola to drown out the talk of fire giant dick. Yeah.
And it's gonna have so many fiery related puns too, like
Oh God.
like a fire poker.
I mean, it was just really hot. That's all Pyro will say about it.
Burning
God,
desire.
Wink. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Pyra is going to go up and try to find a time to proposition Morgan.
Okay. You can probably do so shortly after his conversation with Ondil.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait in the background while that conversation is going on. I don't know if I heard it or not. she's not trying to be nosy.
If you're not trying to be nosy, you probably just get like one word free.
Okay.
But if you are trying to look like you're not nosy, but you're totally trying to be nosy, you can make a perception check.
No, she's legitimately not trying to be nosy.
Okay.
She just wants somebody to spend the night with. So she's gonna respect that and their conversation, and after it's done, she'll go up and
Actually, right before you talk, because my bird is watching the camp, I'll kind of know that you're there. Is there something you would like, Pyrrha? Can I help you? I don't turn around. Pyra.
Is it Pyrrha or Pyra? Let's just say
Pyra, like Pyra.
I'm the problem in this situation. I apologize. I will get this right
She
eventually.
just really
not.
rolls the R. Pirra.
Pyrrha. I'm actually not gonna turn around, but I'm gonna talk because I know you're there. I know everything.
That's really unsettling.
Oh, how did you even know I was here? I'm usually very quiet. Except when I'm not
Gut
trying to be,
feeling.
of course.
Gut feeling. I'll help you.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool that you can do that. That's amazing.
I've heard that a few times.
You're very handsome, you know.
I've heard that a few times as well.
I'm sure you have. Look, this is nothing serious, but I was just wondering if you wanted to, I don't know, spend the night with me.
Can give you a little...
For pure fun, of course.
Darling, I don't doubt this would be lovely. I'm just afraid that the setting is rather dull. In a caravan under the stars with Carp listening in. I give him a look, because I know that he's trying to play the viola loud
I play
to
it
not
louder.
hear anything.
Oh, I mean, if he just wants to watch, you know, I've got no problems with that.
I leave.
Here's this. How about we wait
Till we get married.
back to the inn? I prefer a more comfortable setting. This hall is a little under the stars is for some people, I presume, but I prefer bed.
Oh, do you have
Peasants
no
who
idea,
can't afford a
Roman?
roof.
You
Look
deserve
at the stars. The stars are like the symbols of our love. Or our passion. Not really our love. There's no love here. I acknowledge that.
bedroom, darling, and I'll reconsider. I'll give you a flower. I'll put out a flower.
Her face kind of sinks a little bit. All right.
I get back to my smoke.
Okay.
I'm gonna really sadly go back and climb into my sleeping bag alone.
And
What's wrong with
I
with
just
Carp?
cast glances at Ondil. I'm like,
and
huh?
the night passes. Morgan,
Yes.
your familiar Diaval wakes you up in the early hours of the morning, still full dark, well before dawn. And Ondil, you also are awake, just finishing your meditative state, when you notice that the wagon that Pyra is in is visibly rocking back and forth. And you have this moment, wait for it, you have this moment where you figure that she must just be going for round 6 with whoever she took to bed. But you cast your eyes about and you can account for everyone except her.
What about Callisto, who was in the same caravan? Oh no, it's
Like-
open back. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When you kind of gaze a little closer and more, you are alerted by your bird. You see that she is having a terrible, awful night terror.
Okay, she's not being attacked. It's just
Not being attacked, but is just having a terrible, awful nightmare. And you can kind of interrupt, or you can wait it out at your leisure.
I don't know about waking up or
Yeah, I was gonna just ask that. Like, do I know if it's a good idea to wake somebody up out of a night terror? I have actually no idea about that.
My question is the same. If it's a good idea, I totally would.
Make
I like
a
her.
medicine check.
I'm just not a fan of.
I don't roll well this game.
Am I in the other wagon?
I'm actually concerned. I am.
You're probably close by.
I said I was sleeping in the wagon, though.
So there are two
Let's do the
wagons.
other one. Yeah, I'll be the other one. Just to know.
I didn't go through and tag where everybody was going to be, so
Got it.
Ondel, you absolutely think it's worse than waking a sleepwalker. It's the worst thing you can do. Morgan, you don't see any harm in it.
I'm gonna say no. Wait, don't go over to her. It's terrible.
Go back to bed.
No. You will harm
And I'll
her
go-
if you wake her.
And I'll go up and
Don't do
just,
it!
put her. Well, try to pet her hair and try to call her name softly to wake her up.
Okay. Let's make this. No, actually, that's fine. So you kind of, in a sentimental embrace, you kind of try to wake her up, and she does stir and come awake, and
It's only a nightmare, darling. Wake up.
probably aware that something has happened to her in her sleep, but is, not having vivid details of the nightmare before she woke.
She just curls up in your arms and is probably crying a little bit.
Okay. Well, at first I'm a little taken aback and uncomfortable, but I'll just, there. No, I'll lean back more into it when after the initial shock. It's all right. It's only a nightmare.
After a moment, she goes, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to see any of that. I'm sorry." And
It's quite
pushes
alright.
you away.
It's quite all right. This wouldn't have anything to do with the question you had for me last night, did it? Nightmares.
It's always better when somebody is there with me.
I understand. Say no more. Well, while I'm not a big fan of more intimate moments under the stars, if you just need somebody to share your bed, I'd be happy to help.
That helps. Thank you.
I'll just go back to bed here instead.
Okay.
Score.
And you guys can, curl up for warmth and for comfort, and the night passes uneventfully. The morning arrives. You prepare your breakfast, quick, hasty camp provisions. Does anyone have anything special they need to do before you leave?
Yeah, there's a whole beauty regimen that takes about half an hour.
Half an hour? Fuck
That's
off
it.
with that shit.
That's like
An hour.
speed makeup.
That's
Yeah.
not even that long.
Fine, an hour.
Don't make
Yeah.
it longer now. Come on.
You
That
said
makes
half
sense.
an hour.
It was
Your
magic.
hair is a little thrown apart.
That's
It's a
true. You do
field
have magic.
expedient regiment. All right. So you guys get ready, and you can depart, continuing on the trail. I need someone to roll a d12.
I keep reading that as crap, Austin. I'm not even sorry.
That's just you, though.
That's
like I
just
see this
dyslexia,
carp
but-
every time,
Yeah.
and it makes me think of like Magikarp, and that makes me happy.
Yes. Just a fish. flying.
At one point, Tony, when you least expect it, I will use Splash, and I will expect you to say the line.
I got your back, Bay.
Okay.
All right. As you are progressing into the mid-afternoon portion of your journey, continuing up your facade, growing bored with it, seemingly no one is reacting to this. You begin to see more scattered remnants of wagons